All right, my name is Tanner Ross Gregory. I am Jesus Christ. Today I'm going to attempt to prove to you that I'm Jesus Christ. You can go to my website, www.thelambstestimony.com, for a free digital copy of my book. Everything is explained in the book. Okay, so the commands of Moses for people to stone each other to death for various things such as homosexuality or prostitution was a bargain with our primitive urges of violence that we would more readily adhere to a more structured form of government. Okay, Jesus Christ's crucifixion was a means by which we were subdued in our willingness to continue proceeding with those violent commands. So in other words, I saw him go through that, now I can't bring myself to go through that anymore. Jesus Christ put forth some commands on marriage. Those were a bargain with our primitive urges of sexual dominion that we would more readily adhere to a more ideal form of government. Okay, so in other words, I get to say this one's my sexual property, I can say this man's my sexual property. In exchange, I'll go ahead and do what you say. Okay, so my crucifixion, quote unquote, or the means by which you're subdued in your willingness to continue proceeding with those commands, is that they programmed me to be obsessed with this woman and then made me start having sex with different people all days on fucking end, and seeing her getting raped, and then run around and yelling at other people for what they made me see them do. So on December the 5th and December the 14th of 2020, they made me see two separate women pregnant with my son from having had sex with different men. Okay, the date falling directly in between these dates is December the 10th of 2020. Okay, well, the women were already pregnant, and so the way it works out is, since a woman has her period every month, and then if she misses her period, then she knows that she's pregnant, you know what I mean? So exactly 1 month, prior to December the 10th is November the 10th of 2020, okay? And 9 months from November the 10th of 2020 is August the 10th of 2021, okay? And so in the book of Revelation, it says that the dragon was waiting to consume the child the moment that he was born, and that the archangel Michael took the woman and the child into the wilderness to be kept safe for 1,260 days. Okay, so I just want to let you know, the dragon represents necessary evil. You'll have to read my book to understand that, but they had already informed me that the dragon represented necessary evil prior to me even reading this. And so what it means is that they anointed my head with oil during the crucifixion. And what I came to understand that meant was that I'm going to be like king at some point. Well, not exactly king, because we worked on a new constitution. It's like 500 to 700 pages with aliens and artificial intelligence. And so I'm just going to put that in place and be done. Okay, but that's actually what they're trying to achieve. It's not actually that they want me to be, king or anything like this. But what the message is that it would be a form of necessary evil to kill my son before he inherited, the power to rule over as king, after I die. You know what I mean? And so 1,260 days, like I said, from August the 10th is inauguration day. Okay, so that's just letting you know that I couldn't have made all this stuff up with all the dates aligning and made it all make sense and everything like that. I mean, I'm Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying? So, but basically what I'm trying to say is that the 1,260 days is a countdown. So you're probably wondering, what is that a countdown to? And so in the book of Revelation, it says that the Gentiles were allowed to march on the holy city for 42 months, but they've been assigned to the outer court. The first beast rules for 42 months. The second beast who comes along, the false prophet, he makes miracles of fire come out of the sky, in full view of all the people and everything like this. I'm just letting you know what they're going to do, okay, is that they're going to kick everyone out of this country who is not Caucasian. And the reason why is because the reason we have white skin is because they must have kept us up in the Arctic regions where it's dark and cold and foreboding all the time until our skin just went white. So we have like a natural tendency to, for a reliance on systems and systems of government and things like this. But that's just not the end of it. I mean, they're going to set it up, and they let me know, so that these other countries, these minorities, and so the minorities always end up voting for socialism. And so when you've got like half of the population who's just going to vote for free stuff no matter what, the entire democratic process is hamstrung. Plus that, I gotta be honest with you, they ain't that fucking smart, okay? Most of them, okay? And I just don't really trust them. I mean, you've got to have them able to vote, but then what are they going to vote for? All kinds of trash.